Lily, are you there? Oh, please tell me you're there. I have to talk to you. Lily!
I'm here. What's going on? Are you okay?
I'm better than okay. He proposed!
Oh my God. Well, what did you say?
Are you kidding me? Of course I said yes.
Yes. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations, Rose.
I'm getting married! Ah! I'm gonna bring him home to Mom and Dad's house to make it official sometime in the near future, so I want you to be there too. His parents are gonna be there too. I'd love for you to meet them.
Do I have to? I'm too nervous. I wouldn't want to do something weird and give them a bad impression of our family.
What are you so worried about? All you need to do is sit there and smile.
Wow. My big sister is really getting married. I'm really happy for you. But now, I'm gonna have to share you with some guy? This sucks!
Come on, Lily, we're not kids anymore. You have other friends besides me now. And don't worry, even after I get married, you're still going to be welcome to stop by our house and see me whenever you want. Did you think I was going to let a man come between me and my adorable little sister? Please.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to intrude on you guys. I wouldn't want your husband to think I was getting in the way or anything.
Oh, him? Nah, that's never going to happen. He's a really great guy, trust me. Once you meet him, you'll see that he would never think you were getting in the way.
Well, if you say so. So, tell me about the lucky guy. What's he like? What does he like to do for a living?
He's in research and development, just like me. We're in 2 different fields, though.
Ah, so he's a brainiac like you. You guys are quite the power couple.
Yeah, his entire family is full of brainiacs. His grandpa's a doctor, and his dad is a big-shot businessman who runs his own company.
Wow, he must have some super powerful genes. Your children are gonna have 4-digit IQs. Sometimes it's hard to believe the 2 of us are even in the same family, though. We're nothing alike at all.
What are you talking about? People talk all the time about how much we look alike.
Well, yeah, but that's just our faces, right? That's just about the only thing we have in common. Think about back when we were in school. You were always getting straight A's, but I was lucky to get C's on a good day.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. You just didn't like to study, that's all. Not liking to study isn't the same thing as being dumb. You're just as smart as I am. Honestly, there are times when I feel like you're actually smarter than me. Like, you are way better than me at thinking on your feet. I've always been jealous of your critical thinking skills.
Okay. That's enough flattery for one day.
It's not flattery, I'm being honest. And just so you know, that's how I've described you to my fiancé. I set an extremely high bar for you with him.
Oh, geez. Thanks a lot, Rose. Now I'm really nervous about meeting him.
Well, you'd better get over that soon because he's coming, and he really wants to meet you.
Well, in any case, I'm glad to hear that your fiancé is a nice guy. You've always told me how you dreamed about marrying a smart, successful man who treats you like a princess. I guess this guy fits the bill?
To a T, Lily. He's everything I could have hoped for and more. Well, there is one thing about him that I'm not so thrilled about.
Uh-oh. What's his flaw? Drinking? Gambling? Money laundering?
No, you dork. No, it's nothing to do with him personally. It's his mother. She's very, it's kind of hard to explain.
What's she like?
She's kind of what you'd call a helicopter parent. Every time he's made a major decision in his life, she has made very clear what her expectations for him are.
Wow, she sounds like she's pretty strict.
She is crazy strict. Even things like making friends is a super serious issue for her. She straight up refused to allow some of his friends into their house when he was younger. And I know I'm not his first girlfriend, and I'm fine with that, but from what I understand, every breakup he's ever had was due in no small part to his mother. It sounds like she personally drove them all away because she didn't think they deserved to be his girlfriend.
Yikes! Have you been on the receiving end of that at all? Has she done or said anything to you?
No, not yet anyway. I guess I must meet her standards or whatever. She's never come up to me and demand that I break up with him at the very least. Although, I guess I could say that she can be a little harsh in the way she speaks to me, but nothing that gives me the impression she opposes us getting married.
Well, duh. How could she be opposed to her son marrying you? You're perfect. I know you better than anyone else in the world, So you can trust me when I say that. If she's not satisfied with you, then there's not a single woman in the world who would satisfy her.
I sure hope you're right. She's going to be my mother-in-law after all. I'd like to have a pleasant relationship with her.
Yeah, if she's as much of a helicopter parent as you say she is, then that might cause some issues later down the road. Do you think you can deal with having a mother-in-law like that?
Well, the topic hasn't come up yet, but if she wants us to move into their family's house, then that might be a problem.
If you ever need to escape from her, then you're always free to come and hide at my place. I won't let anyone hurt my favorite big sister.
I'm your only big sister, Lily. Good evening, Lily. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us earlier. It was a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, and I do apologize if I offended you by asking for your phone number.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't mind at all. I was glad to meet you as well. Thanks for coming out all of this way. It must have been quite a long drive.
Nonsense, dear. It was nice to get out of town for a while. Now, if you don't mind terribly, could I ask you a few questions about your sister? I've heard a thing or two about her from my son, but it's only natural for him to present his fiancée in the best light possible. Additionally, there are some things that only someone's immediate family members could possibly know about them.
Oh, sure, I suppose. What was it that you wanted to know?
I greatly appreciate your cooperation. Now then, let's get down to business. I'd like to ask about your sister's school life. Tell me, what sort of a person was she back then?
She was basically the same sort of person she is right now. She was kind, flexible, and hardworking. Same as always.
Thank you. Now tell me about her attitude towards her studies. Did she ever go through any mischievous or rebellious phases? For example, did she ever skip school?
Rose? Skip school? There's no way she would ever do something like that. She never even had the typical teenager attitude either. She was always respectful to our parents. She came home exactly when she said she would. She didn't cause any trouble at all. As for her studies, she always got the best grades in the class and was well liked by her classmates and teachers.
Yes, that's the same story that my son told me. But you'll have to understand that I have a hard time believing it. After all, there's no such thing as a perfect person. She must have some sort of flaw in her somewhere. You don't actually expect me to believe that she's some sort of a superwoman, do you? She really never got in any sort of trouble?
Excuse me, ma'am, but I'm not really getting the point of you asking me these questions. It almost sounds like you're searching for a flaw in my sister. Is that what this is about?
Oh, goodness gracious, my deepest apologies if that's how I came off. I was never intending to do such a thing. As I told you before, my son only told me positive things about her, and I found it hard to believe. It made me suspicious that he may be hiding something from me.
I don't think he's hiding anything. I'd go as far as to say that Rose doesn't have anything to hide at all. I've known her for my whole life, and we've always been very close. So I can say with confidence that I have never met anyone with as pure of a heart as Rose.
I see. Well then, if you say so, then it seems that perhaps my son wasn't falling into a trap after all. That's a relief.
Did you think that Rose was hiding her true nature from him or something?
As much as it pains me to say this, my son has absolutely atrocious taste in women. All the girls he's dated before have been utterly disgraceful, brainless, classless hussies, the lot of them. They were nowhere near good enough for a man like my son. Rose, however, is another story entirely. Everything about her is top-notch, from the way she sits at the dinner table to the way she dresses. I can tell that she's received a proper upbringing. Not only that, she attended a prestigious university and went on to work at a prestigious research institute.
Well, I'm glad you recognize what a catch Rose is.
I do feel like she is a bit older than what I would like, but that's a minor detail. I can overlook her age. She's not beyond childbearing age at any rate. And I must say, it is impressive the degree of loyalty you have to your sister. You haven't withheld a single shred of praise for her in this entire conversation.
Yeah, I'm proud to call her my sister. I'm sure that you'll be proud to call her your daughter-in-law.
I just may. Thank you for answering my questions, Lily. You've been most helpful.
You're very welcome.
Lily, where are you? Tell me right now.
The bathroom? Did you need something?
That's precisely why I'm telling you to leave immediately.
What? But why? The reception is still going on.
I'm telling you to leave immediately. I will not allow you to participate in this wedding any longer.
I'm not sure you're in any position to allow anything regarding this wedding. But can I ask why you're trying to kick me out?
You dropped out of high school, didn't you? I just heard that from one of your relatives.
Well, yeah, I did. And? Your point?
My point is that your very presence in this wedding and in your family brings shame upon me and my son.
It does. I don't really see how.
How could you be so oblivious? The presence of a high school dropout among his in-laws is a stain upon my son's honor. I will not settle for anything less than perfection. Oh, what was I thinking? How could I have been so careless? I was so focused on his wife that I failed to consider the flaws of her sister.
Hold on. How is the academic history of his sister-in-law a stain on your son's honor? I mean, really? That's what you're concerned about?
It may not have a direct connection to him, but nevertheless, a stain is a stain. You should be grateful that I'm allowing this farce of a wedding to continue at all. But that is entirely contingent upon your willingness to follow my orders. Leave immediately.
Let's have a talk about my history, shall we? You're right. I dropped out of high school. I hated school, everything about it. I stopped going on the very day I turned 16. But I worked harder than everyone around me in order to get where I am now. I'm not ashamed of that decision in the slightest.
I don't doubt that. A low-class cretin like yourself must have no sense of shame whatsoever. You people have no choice but to shut off that part of your brains, because if you allowed yourself to feel shame, you wouldn't be able to go on living. Instead, you force all those around you to feel shame on your behalf.
That's completely unfair. I work incredibly hard to earn a respectable income for myself.
What do you know about a respectable income? How much could a high school dropout possibly earn? What is it that you do, anyway? You must be some sort of a janitor or cashier, right?
With that attitude, I doubt you'd believe me even if I told you.
I knew it. You're unemployed, aren't you? I won't have a high school dropout interacting with my son. You'll have a negative influence on him.
Fine. I don't see any point in continuing this conversation with you. I'm leaving. However, in exchange, you are going to have to explain to my sister that you kicked me out and why. I imagine she'll get concerned if she realizes I'm gone.
Your terms are acceptable. I needed to have a talk with her as well. She hid the fact that her sister was a high school dropout, and she'll need to answer to me for that. Rose, I know you're in the changing room right now, but we need to talk. Huh? What is it, Mom? I found out a short while ago that you've been keeping a serious matter a secret from me. I have? Don't play dumb with me, girl. You never told me that your sister was a high school dropout. Is that a problem? Of course it's a problem, but not half as much of a problem as the fact that you hid it from me. I'm sorry, I really don't see what the big deal is. I wasn't hiding it, I just didn't think it was worth bringing up. High school dropouts are ignorant, uneducated stains upon society, and the fact that one of those exists within your family is unacceptable. I will not allow my dear son to associate with such lowlifes, and as such, I drove her out of the banquet hall just a few moments ago. No way. Are you serious? That was a very bad idea, Mom. What? How so? All I did was take out the trash. That trash is my sister. And it just so happens that Lily is in a position to take out the real trash. Real trash here, meaning you. Excuse me? My sister is a high-ranking executive for a rather large company, and that company is the single largest client of your husband's company. That girl is an executive? You're lying. I don't believe you. A high school dropout couldn't possibly become any sort of executive, much less a high-ranking one. It's simple. She gets results. In the business world, credentials don't matter. Results do. Sure, she dropped out of high school, but she's been working her way up the corporate ladder one rung at a time ever since. She's currently in a position where she could single-handedly terminate her company's business relationship with your husband's. Out of all the guests here at the wedding today, she was the person who you should have been doing the most brown-nosing for. And yet you were oblivious to that truth and kicked her out of the building. This feels like the plot line for a sitcom. You're lying. No one would believe such a ridiculous story. You can believe me or not, it doesn't change the fact that you have just royally screwed up. If I were you, I would get right to work on apologizing to Lily, or else start preparing for bankruptcy. Oh, I know. Would you like to see Lily's business card? If that won't convince you, nothing will. I'll have one of the venue staff bring it over to you. Good evening, Lily. I would like to apologize for my atrocious behavior earlier. I had no idea that you were such an accomplished individual.
Rose told you about me, huh?
That's right. She showed me your business card. If you don't mind, could you please tell me where you are right now? I'd like to come over and apologize in person.
I'm sitting in the cafe across the street. I was just about to call my assistant. I've been thinking that it was time we considered our business relationship with your husband's company. After all, there are plenty of other companies we can go to. We don't particularly need your company for anything.
Please wait. If you stop dealing with our company, it would be a devastating financial blow. We would never be able to recover. I beg you, Lily, won't you please reconsider?
Did you talk to your husband?
Yes, I did.
Did you tell him exactly what sort of awful, inconsiderate insults you threw in my direction?
I showed him our entire text conversation.
And how did he feel about that?
He was furious. I've never seen him get that angry before. He told me that I could very well have just bankrupted our company and put our family in the poorhouse.
You really screwed up big time, huh? That's a funny thing about people. You never know who you might have to rely on in the future. The person you mock and belittle today might be the person pulling you out of a burning building tomorrow. It's unwise to be rude to people, whoever they are.
You're absolutely correct, Lily, and I see that now. The way I treated you was absolutely unacceptable.
To tell you the truth, I really don't feel much like having to see your face right now, so I'm hesitant on coming back to the wedding.
Isn't there any way you'd come back?
Are you trying to avoid the consequences of kicking out your husband's most important client?
My husband told me to leave the wedding if you so desired. So if you're telling me that you don't want to see me, then I'll never show my face around you again. So please, Lily, have mercy on me. Please don't end your dealings with my husband's company.
No, actually. I'd like you to stay for the rest of the reception. I'll even come back inside.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
On one condition. You are going to have to give me a profuse, sincere apology right there in the middle of the room. Even if everybody stops what they're doing and stares at you, you are to continue your apology to the very end. Also, your husband didn't have anything to do with your rudeness to me, so he doesn't need to apologize to me at all. Just you. Well, are those terms acceptable?
In the middle of the room? Oh, does it have to be there? Oh, can't we do it in the lobby or a side room?
No. You are going to apologize to me for everything you did in front of everyone. Something to the tune of, please forgive me for mocking you for being a high school dropout and kicking you out of the building. Feel free to elaborate as much as you like, though.
Isn't there any other way you'll forgive me? If I do that, it would be so embarrassing for my son.
Oh, you don't have to worry about him. He was the one who made that suggestion.
What?
I just got off the phone with him a few minutes ago. He apologized on your behalf and proposed forcing you to make a public apology. He said that you needed to be taught a lesson you won't soon forget.
Why would he do that to me?
I hear that you've been exceedingly intrusive into his romantic life. How many of his girlfriends have you driven away because you thought they weren't good enough for him? He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask, but it was apparently enough for him to hold a grudge against you. He knows that having his mother prostrate herself before a woman half her age in the middle of his wedding is going to be embarrassing. He's prepared to deal with that, though. That's how much he wants to punish you. I may not have known you as long as he has, but even I can tell that is the most effective form of punishment for you. Public humiliation.
My son has a grudge against me? That's impossible.
It's not only possible, it's the only logical outcome of your level of interference into your son's life. If I were you, I would take the L and do what he says before things get any worse for you.
Oh, this can't be. Everything I've ever done has been to protect my family. As the matriarch, it's my duty to prevent damage to the family's reputation.
You were looking for faults in your son's friends and romantic partners, when all this time you should have been looking in the mirror. The only one damaging your family's reputation is you. As soon as I walked back into the reception hall, the self-described matriarch of the family immediately started into her well-scripted apology. Her face was beet red, and her husband was doing his best not to look at her. I put on the performance of a lifetime too, when I oh so graciously accepted her apology. The room went silent for a moment, and then everyone gradually went back to business as usual. However, by the time Rose was doing the bouquet toss on her way out the door, her mother-in-law was nowhere to be found. A few days later, her husband came over to my company in order to apologize to me. Imagine my shock when he broke the news to me that he had decided to divorce her. It wasn't as much of a shock to the rest of the family, though. Apparently, this wasn't the first time she had embarrassed them in such a public fashion. I suppose that's why the wedding got back on track so quickly after her apology. They were used to this sort of thing. Their patience had reached its limits, though, and they weren't going to put up with their nonsense any longer. I told both Rose's husband and father-in-law the same thing when they delivered their own apologies to me for the wedding. I didn't blame them for anything. Everything she did was 100% on her and nobody else. With that problematic woman out of the picture, both of our families are getting along swimmingly. I asked Rose's husband what happened with his mother after the divorce, and he told me he doesn't know and doesn't care. All he cares about is that the stain on his family's reputation has been removed. I guess it just goes to show you, it's true what they say. If you're having trouble finding the black sheep of the family, it's probably you. Hey sis, I know you're looking at this text message, so can't you just respond to me? Why are you continuing to ignore all my text messages and phone calls?
That's because I have nothing to say to you.
Come on. Why are you holding a grudge?
Are you saying that you don't know why I'm upset? Even though you did something that horrible to me? You're actually trying to pretend like you don't have any idea about this?
Oh, are you referring to the fact that I stole your fiancé? Well, I'm so sorry about that. But unfortunately, he is all mine now, so I can't give him back to you. As a matter of fact, we even promised to get married soon. So you can just give up because there is no way he's coming back to you.
Can you just stop fooling around with me? How can you be so annoying? You've gone all the way to destroy my happiness, so what kind of attitude is that?
Nope, you're getting this all wrong. Because I'm not the one who destroyed it. You're the one who lost your fiancé, and it's completely your fault. You just got dumped because you're not attractive enough. So don't come blaming that on me, okay? Because that's just so miserable.
No, it's because you seduced my fiancé deliberately. I've always wanted to say this to you, but you know that you've always been like that from the past. You just like stealing men from their girlfriends, right? It's like such a bad habit you never can seem to quit, isn't it? Well, I didn't think it would go this far, affecting your actual sister, but you're just so helpless, you know?
What? How can you say such a thing to your little sister? Don't take a foolish rumor seriously.
As your sister, I've heard so many bad rumors about you stealing people's boyfriends from quite a while ago. I've even directly received a complaint from a girl who got her boyfriend stolen by you just because I was your big sister.
Oh, really? It's such a surprise to know that now. Well, why didn't you tell me about that before? I guess you were in charge of handling my complaints on behalf of me, weren't you? Well, I appreciate you for doing that for me.
Oh, you are so annoying. Do you know how I felt hearing those rumors and handling those complaints about you as your sister?
But you can't just blame everything on me, you know? Because if people really do have complaints, they should have told me directly in my face and not you. But I guess it's easier for them to say it to you because you seem to be more timid than me. Oh, I guess all women are just so palliative about these things. Well, that's why they're all stupid enough to get their men easily stolen by others. So I guess they deserve that anyway.
Oh, so now you do admit that you did steal men from others?
Nope. Just ignore what I just said.
Nope. I guess the reason why they come telling me is because they all know that it's no use talking to you directly.
Yeah, that may be true, because I don't really care if they even start yelling at me. Actually, it makes me get more excited if they get angry and continue to yell at me like that.
What? I can't believe that. You're just so insane to think like that, you know? Why does being yelled at by people make you feel more excited? I really just don't get it.
They yell at me because they're all probably just stressed out about that, right? Which means that I have won over that girl. That actually makes me excited. So I guess this is all about winning over other girls knowing that I'm the most attractive of them all.
Oh, whatever. But that's just so pathetic, you know? And that means that it's completely useless for me to yell at you about this either, so I'm not going to.
You can try yelling at me all you want, because that's just going to get me more excited.
Oh, just forget about that, because I definitely don't feel like entertaining you at all.
Well then, why don't you just quietly withdraw from this? And just watch us get happy together, feeling envious about our marriage.
Well, unfortunately, I won't feel that way about you two. But I've just got to ask you, just tell me, why did it have to be him? I know that you could have caught any other guys out there, right? Why was it necessary to steal your sister's fiancé out of all the other guys out there?
Because, from my experience, there was no other high-status guy than your fiancé, right? He's so handsome and is the son of a wealthy man, right? He was just the perfect guy for me, which I have been searching for. If you're going to get married, you should definitely choose a man from a distinguished family. And of course, the richer, the better. Because whatever happens, his family is a strong backup and will be able to support me.
Oh, so I get it now. I guess this was just all about money. And you went all the way to steal your sister's fiancé just for money?
No matter what you or other people say, I do think that money is so important when it comes to marriage. I've always thought that I wanted to marry a rich man and live a better life since I was young. And that was just something I could never compromise about that condition. So I really appreciate you finding such a perfect husband for me, sis. Thanks to you, I've saved so much time and effort to have to search for my perfect future husband. I definitely wouldn't have met a guy like him if it weren't for you.
Just remember that I didn't find him for you. You just went ahead and stole him from me without my permission. But I guess I should blame myself that I didn't have the eye to judge that he was such a jerk to switch over to his fiancé's little sister. I definitely don't need such a pathetic guy, so he's all yours. I'm so glad that I didn't have to marry him.
Well, he's already my guy, So don't try to insult him, okay? Don't worry, because I'll definitely live a happy life with him for you too.
Hey, Amy, I need to talk to you right now. What are you actually thinking? Why did you send me your wedding invitation?
Oh, so has the invitation already arrived? Because this is a big event for me that happens only once in a lifetime. So of course I want to be celebrated by my family. Because you're my sister and you're the one that helped us find each other. So I just want you to be there for me.
So you're actually saying that I have to see my little sister and my ex-fiancé get married with my own eyes? I just can't believe this. How can you continue to do things like this to me? After making me go through all of this, how far do you have to go to make me feel miserable? And I know that you're just enjoying this, watching me feel this way.
Hey sis, don't tell me that you're still having trouble getting over this. It's already been a month, so can't you just let it go and forget about it? You're the one who said that you don't care about him anymore. So you need to start accepting the reality because there's nothing you can do to stop our marriage now.
Well, it's actually only been a month. However long it takes, I will never forget my resentment towards you.
Wow, I didn't know that you were such a narrow-minded person. Oh well, I can now see why you get dumped by men too.
Do you seriously think that people who go on to destroy other people's happiness can become happy? I just know that you're definitely going to have to pay for this someday and that you're going to regret this. So you'd better be really careful of what you say and do from now on.
Huh? What's that? Is this what you call a loser's whining? Even if you say such a thing, unfortunately, that's not going to hurt me at all. So it's just useless to do that to me,
No, I'm definitely not whining, but I guess you're right about being useless talking to you any further. Because even if you have been going through all of this from the past, nothing actually seems to hit you anyway. You're probably just critically missing something important as a human. That's why you can do such a horrible thing to me and other people as well.
But don't you think your ex-fiancé has also become happier now by switching over from you to me? Because I'm absolutely more beautiful than you, and good at getting around with people and the society, and I do believe I can work things out with his parents better than you. So I guess you should be happy for him to find a perfect wife like me.
What actually makes you think that you're so good at getting around? Don't you remember that you've been hated by so many people all throughout your life? I don't think that you're going to be able to change that fact, and that is definitely going to come back to you someday.
Women who are so attractive can help getting hated by other people, So I guess I've gotten completely used to that and don't really care what those people think about me. Because humans are living creatures that envy people who are more happier than them. If you're so upset about having your fiancé stolen by me, why don't you go ahead and try to find a new guy? Finding a new guy is the best way to move on, And actually, you might find a good guy if you attend our wedding.
Well, thanks for your offer, but I definitely don't need a boyfriend for a while.
Why don't you have him introduce you to one of his friends? He might actually have friends who are also rich, So wouldn't that be just perfect for you?
No, I'm definitely not going to your wedding, so I guess you can just forget about that.
Really? Oh, come on. Well, there are 4 more months until the wedding ceremony, so why don't you take some time to think about all of this? Because you might even change your mind.
Hi, Yulia. I just contacted you checking up to see how you've been doing lately. I haven't heard from you for quite a while, but are you quite busy with work?
Hey, Mom. I'm sorry I haven't sent you any text messages recently. You must have been worried about me. Actually, I've been a bit busy these days.
Well, I hope you're doing okay with everything.
Yeah, don't worry. Everything's going fine.
Really? But you've heard that Amy's getting married. Honestly, don't you have any thoughts towards that?
Why do you think so?
Well, it's just a mother's instinct. Actually, Amy brought her fiancé over to our house today. He was such a nice person, but I just thought that his characteristics seemed to be similar to your fiancé you told me about. So, just tell me that. This is just a coincidence that you and Amy's fiancé seem to be similar, right? I just have this strange feeling.
Oh, now I see why you contacted me and are asking me about this. Mom, I'm so surprised that you still remembered about what I said to you before.
Of course I still remember about what you said. So, you were still getting along with your fiancé, right?
Actually, I'm not. And what you said is not a coincidence, Mom. Your instincts are absolutely right about this. The fiancé that Amy brought to you today is actually the guy I told you about and was going to have you meet someday. And we were actually planning to get married, but that just didn't happen as he met Amy. Isn't it so miserable to have my fiancé actually get stolen by my little sister? I never imagined something like this happening to me, and honestly, I just don't know how to handle my feelings and overcome this tragedy now.
Oh dear, Yulia. No, that cannot be true. This must be a joke, right?
And, Mom, listen, to make things even worse, Amy just sent me her wedding invitation, and she asked me to attend her wedding.
What? Really?
I guess she just wanted to enjoy seeing me feel so miserable about this. I can't believe she can do such a thing to me. But I'm definitely not going to her wedding anyway. I'm so sorry, Mom, to talk to you about this when you should be happy for the family. I know this made you have complicated feelings about Amy's marriage and the relationship of the two of us now, but I just needed someone to talk about this.
Oh, Yulia, don't worry about me. I just don't know what to say. That must have been so tough for you.
Yeah, it was pretty tough for me as I couldn't even talk to you about this. But Mom, I remember you always saying this to us. Since we're the only 2 sisters in the world, that we should always try and get along with each other. I've tried doing so, like you said, but I don't think I can take this any longer, and I've reached my limits. Even though she's my sister, I don't think I can bear with Amy's selfishness anymore.
So it sounds like this is not the first time you're trying to put up with this. Did you experience something similar with Amy before?
Actually, this is the first time I had my boyfriend stolen, but she's stolen many things in the past. Like toys, clothes, and accessories, Amy just loves stealing things from people since she was young, and many people are suffering from that. And it's definitely not the first time she's stolen other people's boyfriends.
Oh, really? That's just so terrible.
But I didn't think she would go so far as to actually steal my fiancé as well.
I can't believe this. How can she steal her sister's fiancé too? I'm so disappointed to know that she was that stupid.
Well, that's a big surprise. I can't believe you would say such things and get so upset because you're usually so kind and don't get emotional about things.
Of course I'm upset, and I can never forgive her for doing this to you. So it's going to be all right, don't worry, because I will definitely attend the wedding, and I'm going to put your sister through hell.
Wait, Mom, I can't believe it. What did you just say? Is this really you, Mom?
Of course it's me, and I'm not kidding about this. You absolutely can't just give in and let both of them do this to you. I'm going to support you through, so let's just destroy this wedding and make revenge.
Yeah, but are you really sure about this? Amy is actually your other daughter, and she's going to get married.
Of course I'm serious about this. She can't be forgiven by trying to become happy by making someone else sacrifice for it. They absolutely need to compensate for what they have done to you. And I'm definitely not holding back, even if it's my actual daughter. Because as her mother, I must show her what's wrong is wrong. So let's just make this all clear for her that she deserves to be punished about this.
But what are you actually going to do to her? Even if you try approaching her straightforward, you know that it's going to be useless because it's never going to hit her. because she's got a lot of nerve, you know? It just has to be something really shocking to her if we're going to make her regret this.
Yeah, of course I know. She's my daughter after all. How about this? Since I know she's so particular about the wedding, I suppose making her lose face and embarrassing her at the wedding in front of her guest would be the most effective.
Yeah, I definitely agree to that. The wedding is the best place for the revenge, since it seems that they've been putting a lot of money into the wedding ceremony. Hey, wait, I think I have a good idea. Mom, I'll figure out how to work this plan out on my end, so could you just pretend to be on Amy's side and be supportive to her?
Hey, Yulia. Just look at the sky today. It's such a beautiful sunny day. Isn't it the perfect weather for our wedding ceremony?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Hey, sis, are you really not coming to our wedding today? I really did wish all of our family could celebrate my wedding together.
No, I'm not going, but Mom is attending the wedding, right? So isn't that enough for you?
Well, yeah. I guess as long as Mom can come, I'm happy with that. But I really wish you had come with her too, because I really wanted to show you our wedding. And just to let you know, I actually did tell Mom about the past relationship between you and him, because I knew that you had been telling Mom about your fiancé before. So I just thought I shouldn't keep this as a secret from her, since I knew that she would eventually notice about these things anyway. Although I thought that she would get angry about this. Surprisingly, she didn't get upset at all and just accepted the fact.
Oh, really? Is that so?
So I guess it means Mom is actually on my side, right? Sis, you've even been abandoned by your own mom now. You poor thing. I just don't know what to say and feel so sorry for you. But you can't help it, and I guess you're just going to have to live with it. Because it's a fact that I'm more prettier than you. You should start admitting that and accept it. And I can't blame Mom for choosing the better daughter.
Well, I guess that's true. If I've been abandoned by my fiancé and even by my own mom, I will have to feel so miserable.
Well, that's pretty strange that you're accepting the situation. But I'm glad that you finally are.
And you know what? I'm becoming even more miserable. I'm so glad I chose not to go to your wedding. Because your friends are all posting pictures of the wedding venue on social. It looks like you're having a really luxurious wedding ceremony.
Oh, so you've seen the photos already? Well, yeah, it is going to be quite a big ceremony. Since his family is so rich, we just put so much money into this wedding ceremony. And it seems that his family is going to pay for all of the wedding ceremony fees.
Really? They're paying for all of the costs? Wow, they are really rich, aren't they?
They're saying that this wedding ceremony is their wedding gift to us. I'm so glad to be able to marry such a rich guy. And I'm going to continue to live a rich life, so how lucky am I?
Well, if you have such a reliable sponsor like that, I guess you can put in all the money you want into the wedding ceremony. You can just go ahead and choose all the options you wish without being concerned about the costs.
I know! So knowing that, I included everything I wanted, putting all the money into this, and just made this to become my perfect wedding ceremony. So I really wanted to show this ceremony to you too.
Well, thanks, but as I said, I'm fine with not attending your wedding, because I'll just continue to pray that your wedding goes well from here at home.
Huh? Of course my wedding will be just perfect and everything will go well. There is absolutely no doubt about that. So what are you saying?
Oh, yeah, of course it will. Sorry to say such a strange thing at your best moment of life. Well, I wish you two happiness forever, and I do think you were meant to be together.
You suddenly seem like a good loser, and it's definitely scaring me. Did you perhaps go crazy or something? I'm so curious about what actually made you change your mind about this.
Oh, don't be silly, Amy. As your sister, I'm just simply trying to celebrate this happiest day for you, because it really is a happy day for our family, too.
Hey, Yulia, just tell me, what have you done? I know that you've been teaming up with Mom all this time to do this to me, haven't you?
Amy, what's going on? Did anything actually happen to you or the wedding? And aren't you supposed to be in the middle of the wedding reception right now? I don't think you should be sending a text to me at a time like this, you know.
Hey, don't try to play dumb with me now. You cooperated with Mom to destroy our wedding, didn't you? How could you do such a thing to me in my wedding? And what was that video?
Oh, so you finally saw the video? It's a surprise video that Mom prepared just for you, and I appeared on it too. You did see lots of other people in it too, right? And you do recognize all of them, right? Because remember, they are all the victims who had their boyfriends stolen by you.
I can't believe you showed such a video at my wedding.
I guess everyone now knows what kind of a person you really are.
The whole wedding went into a panic because of that, you know. And thanks to you, the wedding had to be canceled in the middle of the reception.
What? You didn't have to cancel it. Why don't you just continue the wedding? Since you've got such a nerve to steal others' boyfriends, I would think you wouldn't mind continuing your wedding even in a situation like that.
Do you know that his parents just got furious seeing this? Rich people just hate being insulted about their reputation, you know. And you know our boss from our companies were attending the wedding too. I just don't know what will happen to my career either. I can't believe both you and Mom can do such a horrible thing to me on the happiest day of my life. How are you going to take this responsibility?
As I do know this was a horrible thing to do, I had to go this far to make you regret about everything you've done to me. I knew that it would be just useless to blame you straightforward, so I had no choice but to humiliate you in front of your guests at your wedding. So, what are you actually going to do now about your wedding and marriage under this condition? Do you really think that his parents will let you get married to him after going through all of this?
Well, that's what I'm trying to persuade them now.
What? Persuade them? Well, that's going to be totally meaningless. Because it seems that Mom has already discussed directly with his parents about your marriage. I just got a text message from her now that she's settled this matter with them.
So, that was what she was doing at my wedding. I was wondering where she went because I couldn't find her anywhere, but I guess she was seeing his parents.
I feel so sorry that the matter's getting even worse for you, but in addition, I have more bad news I need to tell you. Unfortunately, it seems that his parents are not going to pay for the wedding fee at all, knowing all about this now.
What? No, that can't be true. Well, then who's going to pay for that?
I heard that you spent as much as $100,000 on this wedding. That is just so surprising. But unfortunately, you're the one who's going to have to pay back this expensive wedding fee on your own now.
You just went ahead and destroyed my wedding, and now you're saying that I have to pay for all of this by myself? That's so insane, and that's just not fair. You know that I don't have that kind of money, and it's impossible for me to pay for all of this.
Oh yeah, that's right. I just remembered. I've noticed that you've always been spending money wastefully and had some debt. Don't tell me you still haven't paid that off and still have some debt left. In addition to that, if the expensive wedding fee invoice comes, then I guess you're just going to be hopeless.
Oh, this is all such a barefaced lie. I know that you planned all of this knowing that I was tight financially and still had debts, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I did.
And isn't Mom so horrible to team up with you? I can't believe she is a mother that can destroy her daughter's happiest wedding.
Hey, don't get this wrong. Because remember, you're the one who started this first, destroying my happiness. It seems that you completely misunderstood Mom was on your side, but that's totally wrong. Because when I told her about what you did to me, she was more angry about this than me. I've never seen her so furious in my whole life, and it seems that she just couldn't forgive you.
It's even the first time for me, too. I've never seen Mom look at me with such cold eyes.
And for your information, unfortunately, Mom has decided to cut off the relationship with you, and so am I. So you're going to have to handle this all by yourself.
Hey, wait! You need to help me pay back the money because this is all your fault.
Huh? Why do I have to pay for it?
This is going to ruin my whole life. There will probably be bad rumors about me as everyone has seen this video, and there will be no one who I can rely on. I just don't know what to do.
Well, I'm sorry, but I refuse. Because I'm not going to have any relationships with you anymore, so don't even try relying on me. And I can't believe you still have the nerve to ask me to help you out after going through all of this.
Please, Yulia, you've got to help me out.
Like I said, I am definitely not going to help you out, so you should just give up on that. So why don't you have your rich husband help you pay for all the wedding fees? Because since he's also rich, that should be no problem for him, right?
Unfortunately, that's probably not possible for him. Because it's his family that is rich, and he actually doesn't have that much money by himself. And what makes the situation worse is that his parents are also trying to cut off their relationship with him too. Because it seems that his mother didn't like the fact that he was cheating with me while he was dating you.
Oh, is that so? Isn't that such a pity for him too? Well, that's a relief to know that his rich parents at least have a proper sense of understanding. So why don't you two just get doomed and live a happy life together? Because you did get married and exchanged wedding vows to love and cherish each other in sickness and in health, to have and to hold from this day forward. Right? After that, it seems that my little sister's wedding had been canceled after all. Amy and her fiancé eventually broke off the marriage, arguing against each other with such a helpless matter of which one is to blame for this incident. It seems my sister and her fiancé settled to pay each half of the wedding fee. And of course, there will be no financial help or support from their rich parents for the canceled wedding fee. To make matters worse, my sister's fiancé had eventually lost trust from his boss as well and had to give up his promotions for a successful career. And as Amy had such a big amount of debt to pay off, she also started taking an additional job to work during the night as well. The incident at the wedding had spread across to be known as a really humiliating story for Amy, and unfortunately she had to give up on all of her past relationships she had built with people around her. However, as she needed to continue to pay off her debt, she couldn't simply quit her main job because of that. So even though she continued to feel humiliated at her workplace, she had no choice but to bear with it and keep working at the same company even under that situation. And now, Amy and her fiancé have both been cut off by their relationship with their parents, as they can't ask for further support from either of their families because they're completely on their own now trying to pay off their debts. As I moved back into my parents' house, I'm currently living together with my mother now, although my mother tries to cheer me up, saying that I will probably be able to fall in love again with someone. I'm still trying to gradually recover from my hurt feelings, so I really don't feel like going into a serious relationship for a while after going through all of this, being betrayed by my actual little sister and ex-fiancé. It's not like I'm giving up on the marriage, but I just want to be more careful about choosing my partner and my future waiting ahead, because I know that getting married to a perfect husband and living a happy life is going to be the best revenge towards my sister. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check out the next video.
Oh my god, Mary! What the hell do you call this lunch you made for me? I've had bowel movements that look more appealing than this slop. Is this really the best you can do? I had to go and eat my lunch in the broom closet today. I don't think I could handle the humiliation of any of my coworkers seeing what a lousy cook my wife is.
Roger, come on. I'm not that bad of a cook. Don't talk like that to me. And do I need to remind you that I made exactly what you wanted me to make for you? How many of your coworkers' wives are willing to get up early enough to make fried chicken for their husbands before they go to work?
I asked you for fried chicken. I didn't ask you to bathe it in 40 gallons of cooking grease. I'm not in my 20s anymore, Mary. If I eat stuff that's this greasy, I'm going to have heart disease before I'm 40. I need healthier food. And besides, you left all the bones in. I don't want to have to take the bones out while I'm at work. I'll get grease all over my keyboard.
You want healthier food. I tried to give you a salad the other day, but then you shouted at me that you hate salad. I made exactly what you wanted me to make you, but you're still complaining? I can't keep up with this, Roger. Could you write me out a list or something? If I had a list of things you want in your lunches, then we could avoid having the same argument every day.
I shouldn't have to write a list for you. You should be able to tell that my tastes have changed and update what you make in my lunches accordingly. And it's not that I hate salads. It's that you put way too much lettuce. Lettuce is the most boring vegetable in the world, but that salad was like 99% lettuce.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'll take that into consideration. Is there anything else you want me to do differently with your lunches?
Yeah, actually. You're packing way too many carbs into my lunches.
Really?
Yes, really. Going back to your awful fried chicken. My God in heaven, the damn thing has more breading than chicken. Do you want me to get diabetes, Mary? Is that what you want?
No, Roger, I do not want you to get diabetes. I think that goes without saying, though.
Well, you could have fooled me with the way you pack my lunches. If you keep feeding me like this, you're going to end up being a widow before you start collecting Social Security checks. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were trying to get me sick on purpose to cash out on my life insurance policy.
Well, thank goodness you do know better, because I would never do something like that. For a long time, you were telling me that you were getting hungry by the end of the day, so I've been making them on the heavy side. But now I guess you're more concerned about your health, so I guess that will need to change too. You don't have to give me a list, but could I at least have some ideas?
More veggies, less meat, but go easy on the lettuce, got it? And give me some fruit too. Apple slices, grapes, you know, that sort of thing. Also, no more fried stuff. It's clear now that you suck at making fried food, so cook it another way. And when you give me bread, don't give me any of that processed white bread. I want whole wheat.
I'm having trouble deciding whether those instructions are excessively restrictive or exceedingly vague. But okay, I'll try to do better tomorrow.
You better give me something more presentable tomorrow. Not asking for much, just have to be good tasting food that won't kill me. Why don't you take a cooking class or something? I'd be willing to shell out the money for it if it means you don't have to make any more disgusting slop like the crap you tried to shove down my throat today.
That does sound like it would be a lot of fun, but with my work schedule, I don't think I'd have time to go to cooking classes.
Don't give me that. You're not that busy. You can make time. I'm sick of seeing all the stuff that my coworkers' wives make for them. It's like they're eating at a 5-star restaurant. I'm eating week-old gas station sushi. And if that's what their wives are making them for lunch, just imagine what sort of dinners they're eating every night.
How nice for them. But let me ask you, do those wives have jobs of their own, or are they housewives?
I don't know. Pretty sure they don't have jobs, but so what?
Okay then. Well, I don't think it's very fair to compare my cooking to theirs. I'm not trying to say that housewives have it easier or anything, but cooking is kind of their thing, right? Like at the very least, they have a lot more time to focus on cooking than I do. Remember, I make your lunch and mine before I go to work, and I also make dinner after I get home. Cooking in the morning is the worst. I'm already busy enough just getting ready for work without having to put 2 lunches together.
Now you're just making excuses. There are women all over the world making decent meals for their husbands and working. If you can't do both, then that's your problem and you need to fix it.
Really, Roger? Do you have any idea how hard I work to make lunches for you every day? But all you ever do is complain, complain, complain. A simple thank you from time to time would be nice.
Get over yourself. You want me to thank you? Tell me, Mary, do I thank the mailman for delivering my mail? Do I thank the garbage man for taking away the garbage? Do I thank the girl at the city hall for taking my property tax checks? No! Why would I need to thank you? You're just doing your job. You're my wife. Now stop acting like a spoiled brat and start cooking better. End of discussion.
Hey, Roger. Just letting you know that I wasn't feeling well and left work early. I'm not really up to cooking anything tonight, so I think I'll just order some delivery or something.
Did you catch a cold? Don't give it to me.
I'll be careful. I don't know if it's a cold or not. I just feel really, really weak. That and my stomach is killing me.
You have a stomach ache? That doesn't sound like a cold to me.
I don't know what it is. All I know is that I feel absolutely terrible all over. I would go to my doctor, but his office isn't taking any more appointments for today. I'll have to go early tomorrow instead.
Are you gonna take time off tomorrow too?
I've got a big meeting in the late morning tomorrow, so if I take any time off, it'll be in the afternoon. I'll go to the doctor first thing in the morning, so I probably won't have time to make breakfast either.
Wait, what about my lunch?
Sorry, but I really don't think I'll have time to make anything for either you or myself.
Then what am I supposed to eat at work tomorrow?
I don't know. Isn't there a convenience store close to your office? You can either buy something there or make something for yourself in the morning. Whatever you want, it's up to you.
Wow, so you're throwing it all on me, huh?
I'm not really in a state of mind where I can think about tomorrow's meals, Roger. You'll just have to take care of yourself.
For the record, that convenience store you claimed is close to my office happens to be a freaking 10-minute walk away. You want me to walk that far during my lunch break? And besides, they don't serve anything good there. Just a bunch of pre-made sandwiches and stuff.
Just figure something out, Roger. It's one day.
I'm not wasting 20 minutes of my lunch break to eat mediocre sandwiches. Not like your food is that great, but it's better than crappy convenience store sandwiches.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, Roger. I'm not going to be able to make you a lunch tomorrow. That's all there is to it.
Don't talk like this is so simple when you know it's not. How am I supposed to explain the sudden change to my coworkers, huh? What are they gonna think when I have to go buy my own lunch instead of taking out the one you made for me? They're gonna think we're having a fight or something. I'll become the laughingstock of the office.
Why are you assuming they'll make the worst possible inference? You can just tell them the truth, that I'm sick. Whatever you do is up to you, Roger, but I cannot make you a lunch tomorrow.
God damn, you're useless.
I just told you I'm feeling sick, and you said you didn't want me to give it to you, right? Why do you want me to make a lunch for you when I'm sick?
It's your fault for not taking better care of your health.
Make it yourself then. I make your lunch every freaking day, exactly how you like it, but all you ever do is complain. If you hate my cooking so much, fine, don't eat it. Make your own lunch. I have more than enough on my plate between my job and doing the rest of the housework.
Oh my God, there you go again. You have to be the victim, don't you? Wah, wah, wah. I'm so tired from vacuuming and laundry. You don't have to do anything. Machines do it all for you. Now shut up and do your job.
You think doing all the housework is easy just because we have appliances? If you'd ever washed a single dish in your life, you'd know how tiring it can be.
My mom worked and cleaned the house and made lunch for 5 people every single day. My mom can do it. There's nothing keeping you from doing it too. Perhaps you'd like me to tell my mom what a lousy housekeeper you are. I'll bet she'd be so disappointed in you. She'll be all like, "Oh, Roger, you poor, poor boy. You don't deserve to be stuck with such a lazy woman."
Fine. If that's what you really want, then I'll get your lunch ready for you tomorrow.
Damn straight you will. Don't half-ass it just because you weren't feeling well. No frozen foods and no leftovers.
You are the pickiest man I've ever met.
For the love of God, Mary, what the hell is this food?
It's exactly what you asked for. I'm not expecting a thank you, but you could at least eat it without complaining.
This has got to be the worst lunch you've ever made me. I specifically told you, no frozen foods and no leftovers. This is worse than pig slop. I didn't even eat one bite. I just threw it in the trash where it belongs.
Really?
Yeah. That's where the garbage goes, right? I'm not gonna ruin my day by getting the taste of this trash in my mouth.
You didn't even eat a single bite, though?
I needed to eat it to know how awful it was.
Uh-huh. Well, Roger, I hate to break it to you, but I didn't make that.
Huh? Then who did?
Your mom.
What? My mom? Are you serious?
You were so insistent that I make a lunch for you yesterday, but I just couldn't do it by myself, so I asked your mom. But I don't think she agreed to do that willingly. She was like, "Is that boy ever going to grow up?"
I thought you made that lunch for me, Mary. My bad. You're not gonna tell my mom that I threw away her food, are you?
Too late. I already did. I didn't leave out a single detail either. I wonder how she's going to feel when she sees your text message saying her cooking was trash.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. You literally just sent that message a few minutes ago, Roger. I took a screenshot and sent it over to your mom, so she knows everything.
Man, this is not good. I thought that lunch you made me looked a lot different than the way you usually pack it. Plus, you put in a bunch of things I told you not to. Thought you did that on purpose to tick me off. You know, to get back at me for the fight we had last night. I only threw it away to show you who's boss. I didn't really mean all that stuff about it looking terrible.
Yet again, Roger, you are a master of missing the point entirely. The issue isn't whether you thought that food looked good or not. The problem was you disregarding the effort that was put into your lunch and throwing it away. I can't imagine how pissed your mom's gonna be when she sees your text. I hope you're ready for the tongue lashing of a lifetime.
Hey, Mary? What's going on? I just got home, but the house is completely dark. Are you still at work?
No, I've been done for a while now. Your mom invited me over to her house for dinner, so that's where I am right now.
Mom invited you? Like, just you? Not me?
That's right. She told me to come alone. I finally got to feeling better, so she prepared an incredible dinner to celebrate. Good grief, Roger, your mom's cooking is amazing. I'm so used to how my own cooking tastes that I've forgotten just how good food can get. It's also a lot easier to enjoy a nice meal without an ungrateful whiner like you complaining about everything. The meat's so cold, the soup's so spicy. Wah, I don't like vegetables. Wah. God, you can be obnoxious.
Hey, what are you and my mom talking about? You're not talking about me, are you?
Oh, trust me, you were the main topic for the first few hours. Your mom tells me that I don't ever have to make any meals for you ever again.
Oh no. She must really be mad about me throwing away the food she made for me. I told her I made a mistake though. I thought that was your cooking.
You still don't get it, do you? Your mom isn't mad at you because you threw away her food. She would have gotten mad at you even if it was my cooking. No, she's angry because you were being disrespectful jerk to your wife. And I don't expect you to understand this, but in doing so, you were also disrespecting your mother.
What? That doesn't make any sense at all. How was I being disrespectful to my mom? I have nothing but respect for her. She always made me the best lunches ever.
As much as it pains me to disillusion you about your mom, the truth is that she was using a bunch of store-bought and frozen food the whole time.
No way! You're lying!
Ask yourself. She's the one who told me. We actually had a wonderful time bonding over how you are demanded that we make your lunches for you before we go to work ourselves. The only thing you could say was handmade was the apple slices that she cut. Does it hurt to know that your mother had been making half-assed trash lunches all these years?
I had no idea. I always thought she made all that stuff herself.
Your mother and I are both on the exact same page about you. You have no idea how hard it is to keep things running smoothly around the house. And while doing all of that while working and making your lunches for you, while also constantly complaining about every single one, screw that. I'm not doing it anymore. You can make your own lunches from now on.
What? You expect me to pack my own lunch? I can't do that.
Well, you're going to have to learn how really quick if you don't want to go hungry at work. Your mother has issued an official cooking ban on me, so I won't be able to make any meals for you for the foreseeable future. That doesn't just mean your lunches, but breakfast and dinner too. You're on your own.
An official cooking ban? The hell is that? And you're not even gonna cook me breakfast or dinner?
That's right. Your mom told me that I work too hard, so she won't allow me to cook anymore. She gave me strict orders to come directly to her whenever I wanted to eat. Also, since it would be a real chore to have to go back and forth between our house and hers for every meal, she wants me to move in for a while too.
You've got to be kidding me. Who's gonna do all the housework around here while you're gone?
Do I have to spell it out for you? You are Roger.
This is total BS. I won't let you do this to me. My mom's gonna wait on you hand and foot, but I'm gonna be stuck over here doing all the work? That's not fair.
It's not like I want to have to do this. I mean, I don't even think you know how to use the microwave. I'm terrified of what's going to happen to you while I'm not around to babysit. But my hands are tied. It was a direct order from your mom, and there's no way I'm going to ignore it. You know better than anyone else how scary your mom can get when you don't listen to what she says.
Man, this is such a pain. Whatever. I'll just have to stop by the house and apologize to my mom for throwing away her lunch.
Sorry, Roger, it's not going to be that easy. She also told me to tell you that she doesn't want you coming to her house, so don't even bother showing up at the front door. She won't let you in.
What do I have to do here, huh? Tell me how I'm gonna get out of the doghouse with her. Ask her what she wants me to do, okay?
For the time being, you're going to have to get by on your own. You can make your own meals this week. Look at it this way. Now you have a 100% chance of getting exactly the sort of lunch that you wanted. Anyway, your mom's order was that she's not letting me go home to you until you learn to appreciate how hard being a homemaker is. I'd love to get home to you as soon as possible. So won't you please hurry up and learn your lesson, sweetheart?
That's it. I can't take it. I can't do this anymore. Tell my mom that she won. I now understand exactly how much it sucks to be a homemaker.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my long-lost husband, Roger. How have you been, darling? Are you making your lunches every day like your mom told you? It is nice to be able to make whatever you want whenever you want.
I'm so sorry, Mary.
For what? Be specific.
I had no idea how much hard work cooking was. Between breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I don't even have any time left over to do the other housework. And I'm an awful cook. I got so sick of eating my own cooking that I started eating ramen noodles for all my meals. But after a few days of that, I started feeling like there was a massive boulder in the pit of my stomach. It's hard to sleep, hard to walk, hard to drive. Everything hurts.
Wow, I have to say I'm impressed. I figured you'd be ordering fast food all the time by now.
I did that for a few days, but I stopped right away. It's too expensive. It left me feeling even worse than the ramen did. And I guess I kind of realized that fast food doesn't even taste all that good in the first place.
My goodness, Roger, you're even learning lessons I didn't tell you to learn.
I was always complaining about your cooking, but your food is way better than the garbage you sell at the convenience store. I'm sorry for complaining like that. I was an idiot. I don't know why, but I just felt compelled to complain about your food for some weird reason. I realize now that I really enjoyed your cooking all along.
Then what were you complaining for? If you thought it was good, why didn't you just say so? That would have prevented this entire situation from happening.
That's just the thing. I don't even know. I was basically like one of those Karens you see in those viral videos. You know, the ones always wanting to speak to the manager over every little thing?
I have never been so impressed with you in my life, Roger. Yeah, that's exactly how I always felt about you. You seemed like you were on some kind of power trip and wanted to make sure I knew that you were the man of the house, or whatever.
Mary, I cannot tell you enough how sorry I am. Please forgive me. And please, won't you come home again?
Yeah, about that. Your mom told me to consider divorcing you.
What? Divorce?
So I did what she said and considered it. And the more I thought about it, the more it seemed like a really, really good idea.
But I learned my lesson. I thought you said you would come home once I learned to appreciate how hard you worked to keep the house in order. And you just said you were impressed with me, right?
Yeah, I am impressed with you. Like a student going from getting 10% on a test to getting 40% is impressive, right? They're still failing, though.
I'm gonna be a straight A student from now on, Mary. I promise you. I will never complain about you ever again. I'll tell you thank you every time you make my lunch for me. I'll even make a lunch for you sometimes.
You think I want to eat anything you cooked? Yeah, I'll pass on that.
I'm begging you, Mary. Please don't leave me.
How about you take those cooking classes you recommended for me?
Those won't do any good. I'm completely unsalvageable.
Oh, come on, Roger. There are husbands all over the world who can cook just fine. And I might just have to go and find one for myself. Roger put up quite a struggle, but I never backed down. So a short while later, I was able to divorce him. It's so wonderful to be free from having to babysit a grown man. I still make my own lunches to go to work since it's cheaper than eating out, but I still do treat myself to a nice meal every once in a while. I'm also glad to say that I've maintained a good relationship with my mother-in-law even after the divorce. From what she tells me, Roger's life has completely fallen apart ever since I left him. In her words, midlife crisis doesn't even begin to describe what's happening to him. He's eating worse than he ever has before, even back when he was in college living off day-old cold pizza and energy bars. He went to the doctor for a checkup recently, and he came back with a laundry list of health problems he's developed due to his diet. The sadness from losing me, the only person who was standing between him and collapse, has also been difficult for him. He comes by his mom's place after work relatively often, just to have someone to vent his frustrations to. That's not to say she just lets him go on and on about how terrible I was to leave him, though. Rather, she's always sure to remind him that he's the one who drove me away by being a whiny, incompetent man-child. And that's a little bit too harsh, even for me. Something tells me Roger won't be coming to his mother for comfort anymore before too long.